Pakistan former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif has made a comeback to the political landscape after a year. Aiding his return is a rather unexpected entity, the Bilawal Bhutto Zardari-led Pakistan People's Party. The opposition parties in Pakistan are coming together, holding a gathering to discuss and decide the strategy to take on the Imran Khan-led government. Nawaz Sharif was invited for this multi-party conference by the PPP leader and his long-time political rival, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. Accepting the invitation, Sharif joined the meeting virtually while being seated in the Stanhope House in London. That's just one part of the story. Addressing the conference, Sharif said that even though he was away from Pakistan, he was familiar with the sad state of affairs on the ground. He termed the meeting a necessary move to protect democracy, adding that the time had come to take some fearless decisions. WION's Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik getting us more.
But the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, Nawaz Sharif, today addressed a multi-party conference, breaking his silence, almost a year-long silence, when he went abroad. While addressing the occasion, he said that his struggle is not against the current Imran Khan government, but it is against those, quote-unquote, those who have brought him into power. He alleged that it is a martial law-like situation and that democracy needs to be restored in its actual form. Additionally, Nawaz Sharif, to highlight, said that sanctity of the vote needs to be respected and the wishes of the people need to be respected as well.
Nawaz Sharif was deposed as the Prime Minister in 2017. In 2018, he was convicted on corruption charges. A year later, however, Sharif managed to get bail on health grounds and was allowed to go to London for treatment. He has since been living in London and mostly stayed away from the political limelight. Incidentally, Sharif's decision to return to active politics, although virtually, coincides with the Islamabad High Court issuing a non-bailable arrest warrant against him. The High Court has asked Pakistan's Foreign Secretary to produce the leader before the court on the 22nd of September. As per reports, the Imran Khan government has sent numerous arrest warrants against Sharif to its High Commission in London. The return of the leader is definitely not good news for Imran Khan, and the coming together of the opposition parties could be even worse. Senior journalist Ahmed Shaheen is now joining us live from Lahore for more on that. Ahmed, Nawaz Sharif's decision to address that multi-party meeting, marking his return to the political landscape in a way, although virtually, raises a lot of questions about the timing of the move, given that the High Court has asked Pakistan's Foreign Secretary to produce the leader before the court just about 2 days from now. That's the 22nd of September. What is the message that Nawaz Sharif is trying to send out here?
It's not the first time that Nawaz Sharif went into self-imposed exile or went away from the political spectrum. And last time it happened, he went away for 10 years. And after 10 years, when he made a return, we realized that he actually produced a document, that he had signed a document with the military establishment, agreeing to stay away from politics for 10 years. And this time, when Nawaz Sharif was already abroad and some fictitious cases were leveled against him, it was expected that he would not be returning. However, he did return, surprising everybody, and he was convicted in the most obnoxious manner. Videos were leaked of his illegal ill treatment. And after that, he was, when he was completely caught off guard, he was actually allowed to go abroad after his conviction. And now that everybody was talking about Nawaz Sharif for a whole year, and Maryam Nawaz, his daughter, completely silent, his younger brother was the one who was talking, and he was kind of pleading to the military establishment to let them back in the political scenario, give them a piece of the cake. And now Nawaz Sharif, he's come back. The timing is obviously his conviction and the fact that the military establishment probably did not give him a deal that with him being able to come back to Pakistan and be actively involved in politics. But Nawaz Sharif today, when he talked about, what was happening, he wasn't really telling anything. He was asking things. As a former Prime thrice Prime Minister of Pakistan, he was asking who are the people who depose civilian governments, who are the people who conspire against civilian governments, and who are the people who do criminal activities and rig elections. So I'm like, Nawaz Sharif is still keeping those cards in his pocket, where he's not really naming and shaming the institutions and the individuals who are actually behind usurpation of civilian authority in Pakistan.
It is definitely a move that carries far-reaching implications. What is the significance of the opposition parties joining hands?
The opposition parties have joined hands so many times, but we have to understand that most of these political parties were actually given birth by the military establishment itself. So one cannot expect too much from these political parties, because at the end of the day, whoever is given a deal will move away from the pact, and the ones who do not accept the deal will be behind bars. This has happened before, if we remember, not too long ago. The Chief of Army Staff was going to retire because it was his time to retire.
Yes.
And every political party took a stance that, they're going to do the right thing. And in the end, all these political parties, no matter what they said, came down to the parliament and on demand changed the law that allows the Chief of Army Staff to continue as the head of army even after his tenure has finished. So these are really good words, these are good stances, but we have seen time and again, every major political party of Pakistan, when the time comes to walk the talk, they don't move. Similarly, I think nothing can happen to the regime of Imran Khan, because the people who topple the government are the people who have created this government. And also Nawaz Sharif has never parted ways with what his brother has been saying. His brother has been indirectly telling the military that, we want to provide you services, we want to work with you, basically saying hire us instead of Imran Khan. And he has never come out to condemn those statements. However, on the other end, when Nawaz Sharif says something about, for example, he calls angels, the secret services people who are conspiring against political parties, then Shehbaz Sharif, his younger brother, comes and tries to clarify that, yes, I don't like my brother confronting the military establishment. But when the younger brother does it in favor of the military, the older brother just disappears for a year.
Right, we're going to leave it there for the moment. Ahmed Shaheen, appreciate very much joining us with those perspectives.